In 2023, a pivotal moment in the Russia-Ukraine war almost changed history. The conflict, already devastating, was at a critical juncture. Both sides faced immense challenges, with global implications hanging in the balance. Amidst this chaos, Russia's Kursk Strategy emerged, aiming to break Ukraine's defenses. Named after a historic 1-2 battle, it was a meticulously planned offensive. Russian forces launched coordinated attacks, hoping for a decisive blow. But Ukraine's resilience and international support thwarted Russia's plans. Despite being outgunned, Ukrainian forces mounted a fierce defense. This combination of factors prevented a Russian victory, leading to a prolonged conflict. In today's video, we're diving into how Russia's Kursk strategy almost defeated Ukraine, why it was so dangerous, and what mistakes led to its failure. Strap in, because this is a story of strategy, risk, and the resilience of a nation fighting to survive. The Battle of Kursk was one of the largest tank battles in history, and its outcome had significant implications for the Eastern Front. We'll explore the strategic decisions made by both sides, the intense combat that ensued, and the ultimate turning points that led to the failure of the Russian strategy. Join us as we uncover the details of this pivotal moment in history. In 2023, Russia adopted a strategy centered around Kursk, a key logistical hub. Kursk's strategic location and infrastructure made it the focal point of Russia's military operations. The railways, highways, and supply depots in and around Kursk were ideal for large-scale maneuvers. This strategy aimed to control key regions in Ukraine and disrupt its defenses. The plan involved overwhelming Ukraine's defenses with a massive armored offensive. Russian forces equipped with advanced tanks and vehicles moved with precision. The objective was to penetrate deep into Ukrainian territory, disrupt command structures, and pave the way for further operations. By targeting key infrastructure and cutting off supply lines, Russia aimed to cripple Ukraine's military efforts and force a significant retreat. Drawing parallels to the historic Battle of Kursk during World War II, we see striking similarities in the strategies employed. The Russian military aimed for a rapid, decisive victory in the east, much like their approach in Kursk. They believed that a swift and powerful offensive could cripple Ukraine's military capacity and force a surrender. In both instances, the emphasis was on overwhelming force and speed to achieve a quick resolution. However, the Battle of Kursk taught us that such strategies can be met with fierce resistance and unexpected challenges. The defenders, both in Kursk and Ukraine, prepared extensively, setting up formidable defenses to counter the offensive. These preparations played a crucial role in blunting the attackers' advances and prolonging the conflict. Ultimately, the parallels between Kursk and the modern conflict highlight the enduring nature of military strategy and the importance of preparation and resilience. Initially, the strategy seemed to be paying off. Russian forces made swift advances, capturing key territories and pushing back Ukrainian lines. The sheer weight of their assault, combined with surprise tactics, took the Ukrainian defenders by surprise. Russian commanders meticulously planned their moves, ensuring every step was calculated. Supply lines were maintained efficiently, providing the necessary resources to sustain the offensive. Morale among Russian troops was high, bolstered by their early successes and the capture of Ukrainian equipment. However, the rapid advances also led to significant civilian displacement and destruction, prompting urgent humanitarian aid. The international community watched closely, with world leaders reacting to the unfolding events and holding emergency meetings. Ukraine, already stretched thin from ongoing battles across multiple fronts, found itself grappling with these unexpected advances. The intensity of the conflict was taking a toll on the troops. The Russians pushed toward critical railways, aiming to disrupt the flow of reinforcements and supplies. This move threatened to sever Ukrainian communication and supply chains, which were vital for their defense. Ukrainian forces had to quickly adapt, setting up new communication lines and securing alternative supply routes. Commanders worked tirelessly to ensure that their troops remained well supplied and connected, despite the ongoing threats. The resilience and adaptability of the Ukrainian forces were crucial in maintaining their defensive efforts. However, Ukraine's response was nothing short of extraordinary. The Ukrainian military, with its superior knowledge of the terrain and a highly motivated force, began executing a series of counteroffensives. They utilized their resources efficiently, ensuring that their troops were well supplied and ready for battle. Communication and coordination were key, with command centers working tirelessly to adapt to the rapidly changing battlefield. Their efforts paid off as they managed to reclaim several key positions, boosting morale and demonstrating their resilience. The support from civilians and volunteers further strengthened their resolve, creating a united front against the adversary. This defiant counteroffensive showcased not only their military prowess but also their unyielding spirit and national pride. Despite initial setbacks, Ukraine quickly reorganized, bolstered by NATO supplies, and launched a counterattack that would later shift the momentum of the war. This counteroffensive was meticulously planned and executed, showcasing the resilience and adaptability of the Ukrainian forces. But this wasn't just about military tactics, it was a battle of will and determination. Ukrainian soldiers, driven by a deep sense of patriotism and duty, held their ground against overwhelming odds. Their unwavering spirit and refusal to surrender became a symbol of national resistance. The support from civilians also played a crucial role, as they provided aid and boosted the morale of the troops. This unity and solidarity among the people and the military created a formidable force that was hard to break. Ultimately, this combination of strategic prowess, unyielding will, and national unity led to significant victories and reclaimed territories. So, what went wrong? Why didn't the Kursk strategy lead to the decisive victory Russia had hoped for? The answer lies in a combination of factors that ultimately turned the tide against them. First, the element of surprise was lost. The Germans had intercepted Russian communications and were well prepared for the attack. This allowed them to fortify their positions and set up effective defenses. Second, the terrain around Kursk was challenging. The rough and heavily mined landscape slowed down the Russian advance, making it difficult to maintain momentum. Lastly, the sheer determination and resilience of the German forces played a crucial role. Despite being outnumbered, they fought tenaciously, inflicting significant casualties on the Russian troops. These factors combined to thwart the Kursk strategy, marking a turning point in the war. The failure at Kursk forced Russia to rethink its approach, ultimately leading to a prolonged and grueling conflict. There were several critical errors in the Kursk strategy. First, the overwhelming reliance on brute force and armor left the Russian forces vulnerable to precision strikes from Ukrainian artillery. This approach underestimated the effectiveness of modern precision-guided munitions. Second, logistical issues and underestimation of Ukrainian resilience stalled the Russian advance. Poor infrastructure and harsh weather conditions further exacerbated these problems. Third, the lack of coordination between different branches of the military led to disjointed efforts and missed opportunities. This disunity allowed Ukrainian forces to exploit gaps in the Russian strategy. Finally, the failure to adapt to changing battlefield conditions meant that Russian forces were often reacting rather than proactively shaping the battle. This reactive stance proved costly. Finally, NATO's continued support, including advanced weaponry and training programs for Ukrainian forces and intelligence sharing, played a crucial role in turning the tide in Ukraine's favor. This support enabled Ukrainian forces to execute high-impact counterattacks, recapture lost territories, and push Russian forces back. The combination of advanced weaponry, strategic intelligence, and effective training programs provided by NATO not only bolstered Ukraine's defense capabilities but also significantly boosted their morale. Joint military exercises and close cooperation with NATO advisors further enhanced the effectiveness of Ukrainian operations, leading to the liberation of several towns and the raising of the Ukrainian flag once again. The Kursk strategy, for all its ambition, ultimately failed. The plan, designed to deliver a decisive blow, met with fierce resistance. Ukrainian forces, well prepared and motivated, thwarted the offensive. The battlefields were scenes of intense combat, with both sides suffering significant losses. This failure came at a heavy cost, highlighting how close Russia came to victory. The aftermath was devastating, with military equipment in ruins and soldiers retreating. The landscape was littered with remnants of a fierce struggle. It was a turning point, a moment where Ukraine's resilience combined with international support changed the war's course. Strategic locations were secured, and the morale of Ukrainian troops was bolstered. Celebrations erupted as the tide of the war turned in their favor. As the war continues to unfold, this battle remains a reminder of the unpredictable nature of warfare. The Kursk strategy may have almost defeated Ukraine, but the spirit of its people, and their determination to protect their sovereignty, proved stronger. The resilience and unity displayed by the Ukrainian people were pivotal. Their collective effort and unwavering resolve turned the tide of the conflict. History has shown that the will of the people can overcome even the most formidable strategies. In the end, it was not just military might, but the indomitable spirit of Ukraine that prevailed. Thanks for watching. If you want to stay updated on this ongoing conflict, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. We'll continue to bring you in-depth analysis of the war, one turning point at a time. Our team of experts and historians work tirelessly to provide you with accurate and insightful content. From the front lines to the strategy rooms, we cover every aspect of the conflict. Stay tuned for more episodes where we delve into the pivotal moments that shaped the course of history. Thank you for your support, and we look forward to bringing you more comprehensive coverage.